Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour, ça va? It's me, the Lost Canuck, and we're here out in front of the barbecue barn, standing in front of a couple of boxes. Probably wondering, hey, Lost Canuck, what the heck's in these boxes? Well, Lost Canuck's lost his mind, lost and lost. Anyways, I went out and bought a brand new pellet grill. Grilla had a huge sale on, and I don't think it's on anymore, this spring, where they were offering the Chimp for 500 bucks. It was $503. We'll wait till the airplane goes over. So like I was saying, we had to wait for the airplane to go over. It was pretty loud. The Grilla Grills people had the Chimp on sale for $503. I took full advantage. That was with free shipping, and I got it to my house. I think it's over 700 now. But for 500 bucks for a nice little portable pellet grill, I thought it was a pretty good deal. Anything under 7 and you're doing well. All right, so let's check this thing out. We'll put it together. We'll do a burn in. I haven't seen a ton of videos on the new 2.0. This is the Chimp 2.0, not the old one with the old controller. This is the new one. So I haven't seen a lot of videos on it. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna burn it in, maybe do a little cook on it. Got my cooking hat on. So anyways, stay tuned. Let's roll that intro. Okay, like I said, I'm out here with this new Grilla. I know nothing about it. Only thing I know is it's the 2.0. So, and I did buy a shelf with it too. Everything was on sale on their site, and I like to have a little shelf on the front. So we'll put that on here in a minute. But let's get the main grill out first. So it came FedEx, which is kind of nice. They drop it right off to your house. And again, look, I bought this with my own cash. I'm not sponsored. I just like, I'm going to go up north, back up home to northern Canada and up to my mother's place. And I'd like to make her some ribs and maybe a brisket or something. So I thought, well, let's, I have another portable pellet grill, the Pi 1, which is nice, but it's a little too small, I think, to do a full brisket. This one might be a little bigger, but we'll check all the dimensions here in a minute. Let's open this thing up. Enough talking. We'll put it together fast, and then we'll go through it. So I'll leave a link. Now, I'm not an affiliate or anything, but I'll leave a link on where I got this thing from. Maybe they usually run a big sale in the spring, and usually one right around in the fall, right around Thanksgiving. So check it out then if you want to save some cash. All right, so I got the box cut off the sides anyways. So there's probably some sort of an instruction manual on the inside. Oh yeah. Let's see what you get here. They give you a grease bucket, which is nice. So I'll put that off to the side. Looks like it's all zip tied into place, so I am going to get some side cutters. Give me a second. All right, well, we'll see if one guy can get this. So it's a nice stainless lid. Looks like the guts are stainless. Let's cut these things off here. This looks like your upper shelf. Ah, yes. Okay, so in the box, looks like you got a handle for the front. You probably need that. Pull handle for the side. Oh, look at that. They give you 2 temperature probes. We'll see if there's I haven't seen the controller yet. We'll see if there's 2 probe spots, but you get 2 probes, so that's good. So here's the manual for the assembly, which I should probably take a quick look at. So this is a manual for the Alpha Connect 2.0, which is the controller, and here's the assembly manual. So let me take a quick look at this. This looks like, yeah, magnet just telling you what you should be cooking to, and they give you a nice little sticker too, so that's kind of nice. All right, so I'm going to take a look at the manual, see how the rest of this thing goes together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so Lost Canucks read the manual. I know how to put this thing together, basically. So pretty much this thing's almost 100% assembled, which is nice. So I'm just going to pull some of this tape off here. Okay, so basically for assembly, all you need is a Phillips screwdriver. So I was right. This bar is for the handle. Here's your handle. And it looks like, yeah, you want to make sure the droopy part is down. And here's this is it for stuff to put it together. So I mean, it's not a whole lot. See, the two long bolts are for the door handle, and then there's a pull handle that goes on the side. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, now that that pain's done, let's just tighten this all up. Our handle seems nice and tight. Let's see if it works. Yes. Guess I have to peel this thing off here too. There we go. Chimp 2.0. Looks like it's laser engraved. Yep. Which is kind of neat. Looks like they put a lot of little extra details for 500 bucks. For 500 bucks. So far I'm impressed. The lid's pretty heavy. I know the lower, I think is the lower part double insulated, yeah. The barrel down here is double insulated, so that's kind of nice. So, I'm going to close this, tip it up on its side so we can get the legs out. Oh, wait. There's still a handle left to do. Let's get that open and done. Take some of this other packing stuff out of here. And there are some shipping bars here that you're supposed to remove, or so it says. Find out. Oh, there we go. Got to pull harder than the Lost Canuck. Remove and discard. Well, man, they use polished stainless for this. Like, guys, I hate discarding this. It's got a mirror finish, but will do. So we don't need that anymore. Well, there's one leg. You see this button here. That's how the leg stays locked in. Try not to drop it. Try not to wreck it. And we'll get the rest of everything else on. Okay, that was a learning experience. So, let's get the last bit of handles on here. It needs to be. This thing got bent a little bit, so I'll just have to bend this back. There we go. There, no. Need to get some big pliers. I'm going to bend that back in a second. Hang on. I may have done that when I tipped it up on its side. So what that is, that's the latch for when you're traveling. You close that up. Okay, so they give you this little handle here. It bolts right on the side. And they give you this hardware to put it together. Like I said, there's only two things you got to do. Remove the shipping legs, or shipping bars. Put the front door handle on, which we just did. Put the side on. Simple, simple. Screwdriver, do your work. External assembly complete. Okay, let's get the insides finished. I'm gonna open this thing up. There's the burn pot. Yeah, looks like a standard, your old original Traeger design. That's a lot of people haven't really strayed too far from that. Got the holes burnt in there. Oh, I think they put a new nitride igniter in there. It's supposed to last a long time. So here's your heat deflector, and there's some tabs on here. So, which way does it go? It's, well, they use really nice polished stainless in here for this. I do not. Okay. So the part with the mouse hole in it goes down here. Obviously, Lost Canuck, you don't know what you're doing. There we go. Now it fits. Okay, so the short part of your deflector goes up top into this little, fits into this little tab nicely. There's a mouse hole down here at this end to line up with the bucket. Let me go grab the bucket. I'll hang it on here. So I'm going to move this out of the move it away from all the garbage. Oh, let's put our racks in. It sits in here like this. It's nice and stainless. I like that. And it's got tabs on here so that, you know, it doesn't go flying around when you're traveling. Yeah, that's upside down. Okay, so there's like a little lip on the edge here, I guess, to hold your food in, whatever. I think you could probably fit a rack of ribs up there anyways. Or use it as a warming rack. So there it is. Got the upper shelf, bottom shelf. Probably get 1, 2, maybe 3 racks across there, so 4 total. Looks like there's a lot of room. Let me move this out of the way. We'll get some measurements. You guys can see what's going on. And that's the temperature probe. It's a nice little grill. Like I said, for 500 bucks, not bad compared to what else is out there on the market for 500 bucks. Okay, let me move this and we'll get going. All right, well, we're back. Grill assembled. That didn't even take that long. It took me maybe 15, 20 minutes, 20 minutes tops. Because again, I didn't know what I'm doing. Maybe if you see this video, you'll know what you're doing. So you need a Phillips screwdriver, a razor knife to cut all the box and everything down with, some side cutters to cut the zip ties off that are holding everything on the inside. So for 500 bucks, nice little unit. I hung the little grease bucket on the side here. So let's just go over what you get for your 500 bucks. And it's portable, I can attest to that. You can just pick it up one side, move it around. There's no pellets in it, so that's probably easy. So you unclip this, you can load this up. I think this is a 12-pound or a 15-pound hopper. I'll have to read up on it a little more. I'll let you know when we do our cook. What do you get on the inside? You get an upper warming rack, main rack. This is the temperature probe is right on the side. This is your little stack here. You get a tool holders, 3 places. Stainless lid. Looks like the barrel's insulated, which is kind of nice. And it comes with this new, that's always the nice part to pull this off the front, Alpha the 2.0 controller. And they gave you 2 probes, and there are 2 ports. So good on you, Grilla guys. Nice. Okay. So let's. I'll take it off the tripod. We'll do a little walk around. There's your pit temperature sensor here. Stainless grill, stainless. A lot of stainless on this thing for, again, I didn't know what to expect for 500. Looks like the lid seals nicely. Grease bucket. There's the handle we just put on right here. That's their new controller. We'll get this thing powered up. What else is on here? Looks like they've got a little pellet dump, which is kind of nice. Probably want to screw that in before you put pellets in it. That'd be a big mess. What do you say? We put some pellets in here. Fire it up, do the burn off. Oh, we got to season the inside too. Now, a lot of it's stainless, so you don't season stainless, but the black, the painted stuff you do. So let's do that. All right, one thing I did forget before I get this all going is you're probably saying, hey, Lost Canuck, how big is this thing? Looks pretty big. Actually, it's not a bad size. It's like a mini pellet grill. So I got my tape. And we are, you know, side to side, you're about 30, 35, 36 to be safe, but you got 35 inches that way. They've redesigned the barrel. They've squished it a bit. Now with the handle, you're about 20 that way, this way. And then height-wise, with the legs all up, what are you at here? About 38 and 3/4, no, 38 and a half maybe. So perfect size if you're an RVer or a camper, tailgater, whatever. Looks pretty good. Let's get the grate dimensions. So when I eyeballed it for 3 racks, you can judge that for yourself. But front to back, you're at 15 and a half inches this way. Okay. Side to side for cooking, you're at about 20. So what did I say? 15 and a half? Yeah, 15 and a half by 20. And then the top guy is obviously 20. How deep is this thing? A little over 5. 5 1/4, call it, of 5 1/4 of usable space. You got a little warming rack. You could probably do small rack of ribs, maybe 3 on the bottom. Now, if you take that out, for sure you could actually, you could probably do a brisket in here. Yeah, trimmed brisket would fit. Maybe 2 pork butts, 1 for sure. So that's how much room you got in this thing. Okay, now we'll go put some pellets in here, turn it on, and see if it smokes. All right, well, you know what the Lost Canuck forgot? Man, it's been a forgetful day, and it's a Friday. I forgot to put the front shelf on that I bought with it. I think I got it on sale. I think it was like 65 bucks. It's probably gone up in price by now. So let's get the front shelf on. I like a front shelf to put stuff on. I mean, you can use the pellet hopper, but it's always good to do that. So let's open this thing up and see how difficult or not difficult it will be to do this. I'm going to assume that it's a Phillips screwdriver again, but okay. If you have 2 holes located on both ends of your chip, you have an updated model. Let's check. I should have. Yes, I do. Look at that. 2 holes here. I'm gonna get rid of this styrofoam because it's windy and it's gonna blow away. And then looks like there's 1, 2, 3 steps. So that's I like this. I like the 3 steps. Lost Canucks likes it simple. So let's get this shelf on and throw this trash away because it's gonna just blow around. And I'll be right back. All right. Well, I got the shelf out of the box. This is actually a pretty nice little shelf. It's got laser etched Grilla on it. This looks like it's fairly good quality. Again, wasn't expecting a whole lot. You get these brackets that go with it. So, let's see what they're telling us to do. So maybe you don't even need these brackets. These must be for the original. So I'm taking the screw out. These little nuts are welded on here, I guess, yeah. It says put it into the inward one. All right, that's what we'll do. And take this screw and put it in the back hole like it's saying. Although the controller's in the way. So I don't know how you're going to get past just hand tight. Yeah, so I'm just going to have it hand tight. I guess I could get some channel locks on that and tighten it. Okay, so get our dropped screw. Very vague instructions. You guys, come on. Sorry, I'm doing some dog sitting, so let's get this thing here. See if they know what they're talking about. Okay, sorry my back is to you. And hopefully I'm not doing some plumbing. If you know what I'm talking about. There, I think we have our shelf. Now, you have to adjust this thing. There's our shelf. It wasn't terrible. The instructions were kind of vague. You don't need these brackets. Now, how it comes out is just like that. There you go. So you fold it down. It's got a couple of tool hooks on each side. Again, for like, what was it, 65 bucks or whatever. Not bad. All right. I'm going to wipe this thing down on the outside. All right, well, I got some leftover Bear Mountain Butcher blend that I was using, so let's dump some of these in. Oh, and I checked. This is a 15-pound capacity hopper, so there's half a bag here. Should be plenty. Okay, so you're supposed to be able to to look into the burn pot. Plus, I want to coat some of the non-stainless stuff with cooking spray. Oh, here's the weird part about this new controller. You have to hold the power button for 5 seconds before it does anything. Now, I see it's flashing. You probably can't see that because it's really light out. So they're capacitive switches too. There's no tactile feedback. Now, I see this a lot in the food processing industry, so should work with a glove on too. There. Well, turned on. What's it telling me? To power on, hold button for 5 seconds. Okay, well, let's do that. Oh, to enter Wi-Fi setup, hold this button. Well, let's just turn it on. I'll set the Wi-Fi up here later. It says it's flashing at 180, so let's it goes up in 5-degree increments. Let's bring it up to 400. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop it at 375. I never like to burn things in for 400. And there you go. So you adjust your temperature with the arrows, hit the button. Now we got to wait for the auger to bring pellets into the burn pot. See if that happens. So it'll be probably 2 to 4 minutes. So I'll turn this back on when we're ready. Oh, and I better get some cooking spray. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the pellets to get down to the burn pot, I'm going to take some avocado oil cooking spray. It doesn't have to be this. It could be Pam. It could be anything you have in your kitchen. And just spray the black painted surfaces with it. Stainless, I'm not too worried about. That's all you have to do to season it. You don't even have to season the top here. This is stainless. It'll be okay. Alright, so I can smell it. It's getting hot. I can feel the heat coming out of the burn pot, but we don't have any pellets coming out. Like I say, it takes about 2 to 4 minutes for the pellets to travel down to the burn pot. Alright, well, we got pellets coming out down at the end. It's just starting to fill the burn pot up a little bit. You hear the old plinkety plink here. There we go. I can see them landing on the hot rod. So this thing should be igniting pretty quickly. I can see the rods glowing here. Let me show you guys. Okay, so what's happening is it's delivering pellets. Now it's just starting to fill it slowly. Now, next time you use it, the pellets will already be here, so it won't take as long. But you can see there's a glow rod in there. That's hot. I can feel the heat coming off of it. And it's going to put a little pile of pellets on there. And then they should ignite shortly. So that's what's happening. I've got the guts pulled out. You can see I've got her all oiled up nicely. So, oh, there, see, you can see one of them just starting to glow now. So it won't be long now. Oh yeah, there's some sparks. Okay, let me put it back on the stand. Okay, so when we see smoke rolling out of this thing, that's when we'll know we'll put it all back together. Now, one thing, there's 2 different modes on this controller, and we'll get into that more when we do the cook here probably tomorrow. But there's a PID mode, which is proportional, integrative, and integral and derivative, which back in engineering school, that's how you take an out of control system and stabilize it with feedback. Okay, so it's always taking information from the temperature controller here, feeding it back. Sorry, from the temperature probe, feeding it back into the controller, and then it knows whether to, turn the auger on, off, speed it up, whatever. Turn the fan off. So it's starting to dump some pellets in there now. I'll come back when she's smoky, and then we'll put it together. All right, well, we got a little fire going in the burn pot. You can see it's getting smoky. So let's put this thing back together, get it all closed up, and we'll season it in. So I've got the heat shield. Okay, heat shield in. Drip tray goes to the mount. Oh, careful. Took a chunk out of myself there. Careful, this is actually kind of sharp. And there's part of me. Okay, so let's put this back in. And you know it's lit when it kind of sounds like a jet engine. I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds like a jet engine. So now we got the drip tray in. Let's put the grates in. You know what? I'm going to leave the top one out. I'm probably never going to use this anyway. So let's close it up. It says it's at 100. Now the controller is going to figure out, now that I've got the lid closed and it's lit, here's your exhaust here. And we'll take it up to 375. We'll be back when she's 375. All right, well, we're back at the little Grilla Chimp. It's been running at 375 for about 3 hours now. And put my little sticker on there, or sorry, magnet for the temperatures. Oh, I know what the temperature should be, but that's kind of cool. Anyways, so I'm going to cool this down, put it in cool down mode, and then we're going to set the Wi-Fi up. So, see if I can figure out how to do that. How you turn it off and put it in cool down is you hold the power button, and it says C15, and it's going to go into a 15-minute cool down and set temp off. So that's all you have to do that. That's easy. And then I need my camera or my phone to set the Wi-Fi up. So I'll set that up here in a second. Then we'll do an awesome cook here in a little bit. Hey, well, we're upstairs here in the barbecue lab. So you saw me put the Chimp together, burn it in, get it all seasoned, so it's ready to go. It's actually the next day. And I've been playing around with the app. App is super simple to set up, let me tell you. So it's all Wi-Fi'd in. And what better way to test it out than let's do a little chuck roast. I'm going to smoke a chuck. So I was over at Hagberg's over in Lake Elmo. Thank you, Billy. You guys have the best meat going. He had these really nice looking chuck roasts over there. This is a little one. It's a 2.5 pounder. So I'm going to smoke this. Plus, I'm going to use the new MeatStick V Duo probe sensor. So I'm going to put one in on each side, and we'll test it out, see what it's like. I'll put the probes in down at the pit, but I just wanted to tell you about that. So again, Hagberg's. Oh, and you know what? When I was over there, he's making his own beef rub now, which is kind of cool. So it's called Lake Elmo Beef Rub from Hagberg's. Thought I'd give it a try. I never tried it yet. And so it comes in this little bag. It's actually, that's kind of environmentally sound. And then you just add it to your shaker. Put some in this shaker here. That's the rub. So let's try it out. Okay, so now to the controversy. Do I use binder? Do I not use binder? Well, you know, Lost Canuck. He likes to use binder. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's kind of like, you know, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. And what I got here is the Lake Superior Spice Company. This is the damn good mustard. Lost Canuck likes this stuff. And I know, you know, you can't really taste binder, but there's enough vinegar and spices in here that it does. The vinegar helps break down the myelin bundles in the meat, which is nice. Okay, tenderizes it a little bit. Plus the spices, I like the spices it resolves. And look, if you guys haven't seen my Customer Appreciation Day video from when I was over at Northern Fire Grilling and Barbecue Supply, I'm going to put a video card link up here for you. We went by their booth and talked to the people about their sauce. They're a really good local company. So local company on the sauce out of Duluth, Minnesota. And well, we all know Hagberg's is out of Lake Elmo. So let's get this train rolling. Get some of this binder on. So we got the mustard binder on. Let's quick take Billy's rub. Just coat the outside. Got our rub on. What we're going to do is going to throw this in the fridge for about an hour. Let it soak in. I'm going to run out to the pit. We're going to do a pellet change. I'm going to probably throw some, I don't know, either knotty wood or smoking pecan in there and get her smoking up good. And we're going to run the little Chimp on the Pro mode, which gives it a little more temperature swing, so you get a little more smoke on it. All right, so I'll see you guys down at the pit. All right, well, we're out here next to the Grilla Chimp. This is my little $500 grill I bought. So let's give her a try. You saw me prep the chuck roast. I'm also going to do a pretty cool test. I got this new MeatStick Duo probe, so I'm going to put one on each side and see what it's like. See if it makes it through the metal and everything here. So I got it set up at 225. We're rocking right around 220. So let's get our chuck roast in. Okay, like I say, I'm trying this new meat stick. So one of them is the ambient, which is the black probe. Probably right about here. Put it in the thickest part of your meat. Perfect. Okay, so some of the sensors hanging out. This is just a test. Now it's telling me the inside's already 45, so I'll put one down here just for fun. Alright, so we got both probes in, and they're starting to equilibrate. I don't know if you can see the little screen here, which is kind of nice. And oh, the exciting thing about the MeatStick 5, this Duo, is the app recognizes these two, plus I had an additional meat stick, so it's got all three, plus the display. If you toggle with the little switch here, it'll show you all three. So let's get the chuck roast on. I'm guessing this will be about it's a 2.5 pound roast, so 5 hours from the time I put it on, so about 5 o'clock tonight it should be done. Just in time for supper. All right, so got our probes in, got the Chimp going, got her in Pro mode, got her loaded up with pellets. Yep, got a full hopper of pellets, so we'll see how this little thing does on color and smoke flavor. We'll see you in a minute. All right, so what I like about the Pro mode, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you get some real wild temperature swings, but that makes a lot of smoke. This thing's smoking like crazy, so yeah, I have it set at 225 and it's down at 206, but she's pumping smoke. I don't have a real good background for you to see that. Hopefully it shows up. Maybe this way. Anyways, there you go. All right, well, we're back at the little Grilla Grills grill. We got it in Pro mode. You can see she smokes pretty good. It's not a bad little smoker. It's still set at 225. We've had this thing rolling for, I don't know, 4 hours now. I'm going to give her a little spritz. Internals are 132. So what I like about this MeatStick Duo is you can see, without using your phone app, what the internal temperatures are, plus what the external is. I really enjoy this. This is a nice little thing. My only big pet peeve would be the little kickstand in the back. It's kind of flimsy. This thing's fallen down a few times. So, hey MeatStick, if you guys are watching, nice product. Just juice up your kickstand. All right, let's spritz this a little bit. Oh wow, color's looking good. Because you know smoke likes to stick to wet, cool surfaces. All right, so we'll take a closer look at the chuck roast. Hang on. There we go. Color's looking good. This thing should slice up nicely. All right, see you in a second. Hey, all right. Well, we're back at the little Chimp, the 2.0. The chuck roast is ready for wrapping. Our meat sticks are saying they're one's about 160, one's 167. So we're about the wrap area, wrap range. So let's bring them inside. We're going to get these things wrapped up and then take them to completion. I'm probably going to do a hot hold overnight and we'll eat these tomorrow. So let's get this thing off. This little Chimp grill running flawlessly. Really like it. The thing smokes like it's doing a good job. So let's pull this thing off so you can see it. Oh, wow. Look at the color on this thing. I know, let's take it off so you can see what's going on. All right, take a look. Like, the color is great. I mean, it's doing a nice job. This Chimp's really a nice little portable grill. I like it. So let's bring this in and wrap it. Okay, so we're going to wrap these. What I like to do is I like to put a couple things of butter on the bottom. Then put some butter on top. Make it nice and tasty and rich. There. And then what I also like to do is put some barbecue sauce on the top. Okay, so there's the butter on the bottom, butter on the top. I'll put a little bit of this sauce, and I'll show you what the sauce is in a second. So we got our butter, our sauce. Let's get this thing wrapped up and back on the pit. All right, well, we're back at the Grilla, and you can see I got her all wrapped up. Got my little MeatStick V Duo probes, one on each side. Get that closed. Temperature's dropped a little bit because, well, you know, I had it inside and I was wrapping it. Okay, I'm going to change the temp from 250 to 275. There we go. Okay, we're going to cook it the rest of the way. Actually, I'm going to go out for supper here in a minute, so 275 safe, and then if I got to cook it a little more, I'll bring her up to 300. See you in a minute. Hey, well, we are back at the grill, and my wrapped chuck roast is ready to pull. So actually went over, shot it a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to pull it off, let it cool off a bit, and then I'm going to put it in my warming oven, and we're going to eat it tomorrow. So hang on a second, we'll get this thing pulled off. And there it is. Have to scrape the deflector plate off a bit, but it doesn't look too bad. All right, so I'm going to go in, put it in the warming oven overnight. I've got my little Vevor warming oven, and then I'll see you up at the cutting board tomorrow. Hey, well, we're out in the barbecue barn, and we're at my little Vevor food warmer. The chuck roast has been in there overnight. It's actually supper time now, so it's been in there, oh, I don't know, 18 hours. MeatStick V Duo probe system. Still, okay, so the one probe's running. Now, it says this is supposed to run 50 hours on battery. I got about 30 hours on it, and the one probe is still running. The other one kind of crapped out on me, low battery. Now it's telling me my base unit's battery's low as well. So, you know, you can at least get 30 hours on it. Their claim of 50, maybe. Maybe if it's 100% perfectly charged and fresh. But anyways, let's grab the chuck roast. I'm going to bring it upstairs, put it on the slicing board, and we're going to slice into it and see how the little Grilla Chimp did on smoking. And shut this off. Oh, one other thing. You'll notice I'm in a foil pan with a foil tin foil on top. My meat's in there with my probe. Probe's still working. And that's pretty good because typically foil is basically the kryptonite of wireless probes. So, see you upstairs. Hey, well, we're upstairs in the barbecue lab. Got the chuck roast unwrapped, pulled out of the Vevor, and time to slice it. So I know it's 150 because that's what it's been cruising at all night. That's what my and that's what my temperature probes have been telling me. So it's fully equilibrated. It's I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to squeeze it when I slice it, but check this. Check the juice coming out of here. It's insane. Okay, bark looks great. You can see the rub I got from Hagberg's on it. So let's just do slicing. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Let's see how that Chimp did. Well, I tell you what, you put a smoke ring on there. You can see the nice smoke ring. Very juicy. take a couple slices out of here. It looks like it's got a nice crust on there. Wow, it smells great. It smells very beefy. You can see the fat's been all nicely rendered down in the middle. So let's just cut a slice, a couple pieces out of here. There. All right, I'll give one to the videographer. There you go. One for me. Cheers. Tastes very beefy, very yummy. It's like crazy juicy. So, in fact, it's starting to fall apart on me here. So what I like to do, just so the juice doesn't go crazy out of it, I like to leave the face down like that. So, would you like another slice? Try it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I'll give you a bigger one this time. There you are. Okay. Cheers again.
Melts in your mouth.
Really melts in your mouth. So good. So, and you can see it's got a really nice smoke ring on there. So we did a bunch of experiments today, okay? First of all, we tried the MeatStick V Duo. It worked flawlessly, although I did have to say, after 30 hours, one of the probes dropped out. The other one was working just fine. Will you get 50 hours out of it? Probably not. But you'll get 30. If you go past 30, you know, I don't know what you're cooking, but well, maybe some people do. Some people let it, I had it in the holding oven for a long time. So anyways, but it works like it's advertised. I'll put some screenshots up of me cooking with it, with the app. And well, the cool part about it is it picks up the base station with the 2 probes, and it picks up my single probe too. So if you have other single MeatStick 5 probes, it'll put everything onto the app. It'll put everything onto the base station, which is kind of cool. And you saw it going through the foil, which is another big deal. So works as advertised. So I approve it. And I'm not saying that because they gave it to me to try. I'm going to probably give this to my neighbors so that, you know, they can have one. I've got other probes. But so it's an honest opinion, okay? Lost Canuck hasn't sold out. All right, so there's that, okay? The Grilla Chimp, okay? Like I said, I bought it for $503. It was on sale. It's normally $7.79 or whatever. Ran great. I mean, you've seen Gulf Coast Smoke use it in competitions, cooking briskets and stuff. So it's a great little grill. I'm excited to use it up north. It'll be a lot of fun when I go up to my mom's this summer. Make her some ribs. So again, we only did one cook and the burn-in, but I'll be cooking on it a little more, and I'll let you know how things go. All right, so final thoughts and conclusions. Chuck roast, if you can get them. They're awesome. Now, are they cheaper than brisket per pound? No, but you can get a smaller one, so you don't have to lay out $100 like you do for a brisket. You can spend $40 for a chuck roast, feed the family, and it's pretty good. Now, one last thing on my final thoughts and conclusions. The rub I used from Billy over at Hagberg's, that beef rub, it's really yummy. It's like, I think it's kind of a play on Montreal steak sauce, so, or Montreal steak rub. So it's very nice. All right. Okay, so thanks for all my returning subscribers and guys that watch the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. You guys really make the difference. I appreciate you. And if you're new to the channel and you wanted to see the Grilla Chimp 2.0 work, hey, consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, and the notify me, you know, the little ding, 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 and it'll it'll tell you when I have new content. And if you like any other content, I got a Lone Star, I got a Blazing, I got charcoal, I got this really cool Wellspring rotisserie now. The channel's full of stuff, so I'm cooking all the time. Well, in my spare time. I don't have a lot of that anymore. And anyways, let me know in the comments what you think I should cook next, or what kind of equipment you want to see me cook on, and I'll do it. And then, and then again, don't forget to hit that like button. I think I said that before, but it really helps the channel, helps me find new audiences, it helps the channel grow, so don't forget to hit that like. If you have the ability, I'm not telling you to do this, but if you have the ability, consider hyping the video. If down in the comments when you swipe, it'll say, hey, do you want to hype this guy? Hype me 450 points. I think that's the minimum. Really, it supercharges the channel, the video, and helps me find new audiences. So I also very much appreciate that. So again, for all my Instagram followers, for people that want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put the QR code up for my Lost Canuck page on Instagram. It's right here. Got a little over 1,100 followers now. Thank you guys. You're the core again. And I post different things up there from time to time. Check that page out. And then finally, shameless self-promotion here. Don't forget to check out the Lost Canuck store. It's down in the comments below. It's down in the video description below. And it's an affiliate link store. You know, I do make a very small commission, and it helps me buy chuck roasts, pellets for my grills, that kind of stuff. Anyways, there's lots of great gift ideas. I know it was just Mother's Day for, you know, if you wanted to buy your mother, or she's into grilling stuff, there's some good stuff there. Or Father's Day is coming up. Lots of fun summertime things. So just check it out if you can. If you want to buy something, go for it. If you don't, no worries. All right, we're at the end of the video. Lost Canuck's famous always last words are, don't forget, be kind to each other. It really matters. It's super important nowadays. Times are getting crazier and crazier every day. And you don't know what other people are thinking, or what's happened to them previously, or what's going on in their lives. Just consider cutting people some slack, that's all. And be kind. It takes no effort to be kind, okay? Even if you're having a bad day, try and enlighten some other people. All right, that's all I have to say about that. So remember, Lost Canuck says, bye, take care, love you guys.